These are the huge mistakes that so many creators make when they're small. We're going to be talking all about them today in today's games and coaching session. It's live exclusively on Twitch. We're talking about mistakes that have you doing things like going exclusive on one platform and ended up limiting your exposure by going exclusive on one platform. And what do you know? Mixer closes tomorrow. Go90 closes tomorrow, etc. We're going to be talking about how creators spend their money on the wrong things early on that don't actually make an impact on their business and on their views and on their results. We're going to talk about how to avoid those pitfalls and how you're spending your money. I also want to talk about how you can figure out how to focus on the right topics, on the right games early, how you can make those decisions fast, how you can very quickly identify what is going to be your thing so that you're not floundering, so that you're not covering that one game or that one topic over and over and over again and thinking that you can grind to get there. We're going to talk about that today and how you can overcome that and so much more in today's games and coaching session. If you're watching this on YouTube, link in the description below. Follow me on Twitch if you want to catch these live. You guys get to ask these questions live while you're here. Good to see you, Casual Nerd Jason and Jordan YT arriving early. And big thank you to Jimmy Dukes Gaming and Twitchies Gamies and Sleep Zeno for following. More creators jumping into the game here, becoming a part of the Awall army. Are you guys ready to jump into this topic? I hope you are. The first one that we're going to talk about today, Sage Network in the house, good to see you. The first one that we're going to talk about today is a topic we'll call platform exclusivity. And so many creators out there, their buddies tell them that, look, man, you know, Facebook gaming's dead, bro. So it's time for everybody to jump ship and hop on board with Twitch. Or people on Twitch will say, look, man, look at my numbers. Twitch is dead. Let's jump off this platform and go hop on YouTube. And then people on YouTube will say, look, man, we're not getting any traction on YouTube anymore. We got to jump out of here. We got to go jump onto Trovo or whatever it is. And so these conversations happen by the thousands, the tens of thousands over time, probably millions over time, between creators giving each other bad advice. And so I want to address this one first today. And by the way that these go is in between me giving advice and you guys asking questions, I end up playing a few video games and popping a couple heads, so that's always fun. But what I want to talk about is anybody who's giving you advice to go exclusive on one platform or another doesn't have the perspective required to actually give you good advice. So let me go ahead and pull up the Streamlabs report for you guys to look at. You don't have to take my advice on that. So we're going to do the Q3 Streamlabs report 2020. And I'm literally going to show you the numbers of why it is extremely dangerous to go exclusive on one platform or another. Let's put aside the fact that platforms go down all the time. Let's create a list right now of all the platforms that died. Not even all, just some. Okay, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Go90. Remember that one? Rest in peace. See you later, Vine. Rest in peace, Mixer. It's been nice knowing you, Mixer. Hey, rest in peace, Blip TV. Rest in peace, YouTube Gaming. Did you know that doesn't actually exist anymore? It's now gone. It's just regular YouTube. Rest in peace, Quibi. Rest in peace, Fullscreen. If that's not already out of business, it's going to be out of business very soon. Rest in peace, all of these video and social media platforms that pop up on rest in peace, MySpace. I guess that one's coming back, but you get the point. When you go exclusive on any one platform, you are putting your entire online business at risk. The entire thing is at risk. And if you are going to be putting in hundreds of hours into something you love and you enjoy, then it's really, really dangerous for you to put all your eggs in that basket, because you're basically putting all of your hopes and dreams on the line for some tech company or some media company to maybe make it. So that's something that's really dangerous. To be fair, Quibi never should have existed. I agree with that, Casual Nerd Jason. Good evening to you, Rig Pig. Really quick, we're going to cover this in a moment. Drew Jordan YT about the downsides of Twitch affiliate. I did an entire Digital Drop podcast episode on that. We'll talk about that in a moment. But one of the reasons there is a downside of Twitch affiliate is going exclusive on it can be very problematic, because all of these platforms go up and they go down over time don't just take my word for it. Literally take a look at the numbers with me right now. So if we look at all of these platforms that you could potentially be streaming on or releasing content on, and we look at Twitch, for example, the two numbers that matter are the numbers that you see on the screen. Right now on Twitch, there are 10 million streamers. In Q3 of last year, there were only 4 million. So competition on Twitch increased by 6 million streamers. So why does that matter? Well, if we look at the viewership during that same period of time, there was 1.2 million viewers on Twitch, and now there's 2.3 million viewers on Twitch. That's great, right? But these numbers will eventually go down. And you could be banned. Twitch could go out of business. Right now, the music industry, by the way, is all over Twitch. And they could just maybe hit Twitch with $1 billion lawsuit, and Amazon could just cut their losses and leave. You might think that that's crazy that I just said that. Well, you know what was also crazy? That Mixer got shut down. Microsoft owned Mixer, the platform they invested hundreds of millions of dollars into, presumably. They just shut that down one day. And it was doing all right. So the point is, why are you going to invest all of your time and all of your energy and all of your audience building into a platform that could just go out of business or could just suddenly decline? For example, Twitch went all the way up in terms of its average concurrent viewers. It currently gets 2.3 million average concurrents at any point, went down to 2.1. In the next quarter, it could go down to 1.8. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that as the viewership goes down, the number of streamers is not going down. So do you really want to be stuck on a platform where the competition is exponentially going up, but the viewers stopped going up? They're actually going down? You're getting trapped on a platform with diminishing opportunity. That's bad. Let's take a look at YouTube. YouTube live channels, look at how volatile YouTube's history was. I was there on launch day on YouTube, and YouTube live channels used to be 2 million back when YouTube's algorithm was good. And then all of a sudden the algorithm went real bad. And then the platform dunked down to 800,000 streamers. Also, they got rid of a bunch of junky kids channels. And so that platform's been extremely volatile, as you can see, for streamers. They lost more than half of more than half the channels. Do you want to be exclusive on a platform that is a roller coaster ride and can suddenly dunk because something terrible happens to its algorithm or its platform? Sounds pretty high risk to me. Sounds like a mistake. YouTube's average concurrent viewership has gone up consistently over time, though, so that's really, really good. So if you're exclusive on one platform, let's say you were exclusive on Twitch, as an example, you couldn't take advantage. As you can see, Twitch's average concurrent viewership overall on the platform is going down over the last quarter from Q2 to Q3. But YouTube's concurrent viewership, as you can see down here, is going up. If you were only streaming on Twitch, as for example, you wouldn't be able to take advantage of the uptrend that's happening on YouTube to help offset the downtrend that's happening on Twitch. And so multi-streaming, for example, is a great solution to do that. If you do Twitch affiliate, to my knowledge, you cannot multi-stream. And if you guys are interested in multi-streaming, this particular stream is not sponsored by Restream, but I do have a link for you guys if you guys are interested in it. Right there, they're doing 50% off Restream today. 50%. If you want to use my link to go get it today. It's like 50% off. I think the deal goes away today. Okay, let's talk about really quick Facebook. So many of you guys that watch me are Facebook gaming streamers. All right, so there's been a big upside on Facebook for a lot of you streamers out there that have been there since Q2, or like since Q2 of last year, there were 43,000 channels to compete against. That's like nothing. Went up to 267,000. That's a huge increase in competition. But if we look at the viewership, Facebook was growing nonstop at 121,000 average concurrents. Went up to 379, now it went down. That's bad. So now if you're stuck on Facebook gaming exclusively, just another example, now you're seeing a downtrend in the viewership that you're experiencing. Almost every single creator I'm meeting with in coaching is talking about how they're seeing a downtrend in their viewership, but the competition keeps going up. That's very bad. In the last quarter alone, Facebook, the number of streamers that were there that you're competing against, went up by 50,000-ish. That's roughly a 25% increase in competition in one quarter. 25% more competition in 1 quarter. RigPig went ahead and bit the bullet and bought Restream. Good job. Good for you. The competition went up by that much in 1 quarter, but the viewership went down. That's awful. So basically you lost 25% of the potential traction you could get because other channels are going to soak it up. That's what this means by the numbers. So I could go over the numbers all day, numbers all day. But at the end of the day, the point that I'm trying to tell you is if you're exclusive on one platform, you cannot, you won't be able to weather the storm when bad things happen on that platform because you're stuck, right? Because you're stuck. You don't want to be stuck on these platforms. Okay? And then when another platform goes up, instead of listening to your boy when your boy tells you, things are real hot over here on YouTube. How come you're not on YouTube, man? You don't have to say something like, oh, well, I'm not on YouTube, so, or I don't have to leave Twitch to go over to YouTube. Why would you go leave your current platform to go over to YouTube? Why don't you just restream to YouTube? Now you can take advantage of the uptrend on YouTube without abandoning the platform that you're already on. Oh, the power of multi-streaming, the power of not being exclusive. And the same thing goes for people that are not just streaming creators, but I'm talking about creators that are producing videos, creators that are just making social media content. This goes for creators across the board. For example, Instagram was super duper, super hot. By the way, I'm playing Gears Tactics right now in the background while I'm rambling here, while I'm ranting. Instagram was super duper hot for a long time, as you guys are aware, right? Instagram back in 2016, 2017 was like the growth platform. Like you could release, if you were attractive and you released photos on there, like you were doing great. Like you were doing amazing on that platform. It was really, really good stuff. And you had a relatively high probability of growing. Now, if you're just releasing attractive photos of yourself on Instagram, you have a relatively low probability of growing. Why? Because Facebook bought Instagram. And so what Facebook does is Facebook makes you pay for any traction that you're going to get on your channels. And so now that opportunity went away. It's going away. So anybody who was exclusive on Instagram during the rise up, you benefited from that. But now if you're stuck and you're completely exclusive on Instagram, now the Instagram's organic free traction is going down, now you're screwed. And so to those types of creators, even ones that don't do live stream content or just doing social media content or short form content on the internet, those types of creators, you don't want to be exclusive there either. On social media platforms, on video platforms, on streaming platforms. You want to be able to, as a creator, ride the wave up all the time and weather the storm down all the time. Okay? You don't want to ever put yourself in a position where you're exclusive somewhere unless you're getting some sort of massive benefit in return. Okay? You need a massive benefit in return, such as a platform paying you cash, like lots of cash. That's a reason to be exclusive somewhere. Or streaming on Twitch, for example, as a partner is earning you 30 to 40% of your total revenue. And that being your only streaming platform may make a lot of sense, right? And so that could be a scenario where being exclusive on Twitch makes sense because you're making a business decision, okay? But generally speaking, you're going to want these platforms to pay you cash to be exclusive. And if it's not cash to be exclusive, you need to have some sort of financial, significant, finite, you can measure it, financial benefit to being there. Okay? It's all about the money when it comes to exclusivity. Because exclusivity means you're going to grow slower. By being multi-platform, you're going to grow faster. End of story. So this is one of the huge mistakes that so many creators make when they're small, is they go exclusive and they're purposefully nerfing their growth because their buddy gave them some bad advice. So I'm here to tell you, as somebody who's been doing this for 10 years, somebody who's advised hundreds of creators, gotten over 1 billion views on YouTube. I've seen every situation there is. I've advised creators that make $1 million, millions of dollars per year. And I'm telling you, being exclusive on one platform is a terrible mistake. It's a terrible mistake. Okay? Before we dive in here and we pop some heads, Drew Jordan asks, does Twitch exclusivity mean that you can never stream on YouTube or that you cannot restream to YouTube or Facebook? So if you're referring specifically to Twitch affiliate, which I do not recommend doing Twitch affiliate, entire episode on the Digital Drop Podcast YouTube channel about that, where we go in depth and we say we break down every single benefit of being Twitch affiliate, and they're basically all worthless. What it means is that if you're as a Twitch affiliate, if you have exclusivity in your agreement, you cannot simultaneously multi-stream to YouTube plus Trovo plus DLive plus anything else at the same time. They want your live content right here on Twitch to be exclusive only to Twitch while it's live. But, and take a look at your agreement, I'm not a lawyer, but to my knowledge, there is some sort of window where you can release that content off Twitch later. So it might be 24 hours, it might be 48 hours. Take a look at your agreement. So what that means is you can take the replays of your streams, release those maybe on YouTube. You can take clips of your streams, release those on social media. You just need to take a look at what that exclusivity window is. Okay? But while you're streaming, you're only getting whatever growth you can get on Twitch during that time, which, as you know, the amount of growth you can have on Twitch at any given time is next to nothing. That's why I'm doing these videos and I'm releasing them on YouTube, and I'm telling everybody to follow me on Twitch if you want to catch these live. And I'm actually checking my partner agreement right now I signed 10 years ago. And I'm having the company the agency that signed me to Twitch as one of the early Twitch partners look through the agreement. I'm checking my own personal exclusivity before I multi-stream this particular program because I want to make sure I don't violate my agreement. But as soon as I look at the agreement, I'm pretty sure it's non-exclusive. I'm going to be multi-streaming this particular program or this particular stream on multiple platforms at that point once I can confirm that my agreement is non-exclusive. So exclusivity. Now, if Twitch wants to come to me and pay me $5,000 a month to be exclusive on their platform, I'll think about it. If Twitch wants to give me some sort of other insane business benefit, sure, I'll think about being exclusive on Twitch. But unless I have to be exclusive on Twitch to get some sort of major business benefit, I'm not going to be, and I don't recommend that you be exclusive on Twitch either. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Rig Pig asks, hey, Dusky Gaming, howdy to you. And Wolf Cross is in the house. Okay, so here's the question from Rig Pig. And let's go ahead and shoot some folks while we're answering Rig Pig's question. And the question here is, do you recommend adding Periscope to your restream, or just the big three? And so what I would tell you is that there's no reason not to add every streaming platform to your restream or to your multi-stream. Whatever platforms you don't add, and by the way, if you guys were not already aware, Periscope is the live streaming platform connected with Twitter. It's the quote-unquote official one associated with Twitter. I'm gonna go ahead and frag all these guys here. I think I could probably get them all in one shot. Check this out. Oh yeah, boy, you see that? You see that? Shoot. So, oh man, that was beautiful. So the reason why I do recommend streaming to Periscope is that it can remind your followers, it can remind your people that are following you on Twitter that you exist. And it'll also remind them, you know, if they catch the notification on, oh, I see. If they catch the notification on Periscope, often they will go from that Periscope notification over to whatever live streaming platform you're on at that time, okay? And so what that can mean for you is that can mean that a Twitter follower will go to your Twitch stream, which is probably the thing you want them to do, without you saying, yo guys, I'm live on Twitch on Twitter. Why don't you click this link to come check me out on blah, 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 blah. You don't have to do a promotional post to get people to go from Twitter over to your live stream. You can literally just do a, I'm going to go ahead and put him like right here. here. There. You can just do the live stream directly to Periscope, and that will serve as your kind of promotional post, if you will, that lets people know that you're live on Twitch, okay? So Periscope can be beneficial like that. You want to catch your followers wherever they are, in whatever app they're using, and whatever experience they're currently in, and you don't want to have to only depend on one in order for you to be successful, okay? In order for you to get to be able to reach your own followers, okay? And a lot of these platforms like YouTube and Facebook and what have you, they all have an algorithm that you have to punch through. And so counting on punching through one, that's hard enough. Having to count on punching through multiple, that's real hard. Having to count on punching through, you know, 2 or 3 or what have you, why not stack the ads, not the ads, but stack the odds in your favor by, you know, focusing on streaming on every platform, putting notifications on every platform so that you have to do less work to reach your own followers. You can just go live once, right? So that's kind of another reason why I kind of like this, okay? Okay, Drew Jordan says, diversify, diversify, diversify. That's right, Dusky. You searched up Squad Trek on YouTube and he's cracked at Fortnite, but don't bump. That's good stuff. Very good. Target down. Bear Joe, good to see you. Periscope has actually, here you go. Here's a testimonial from a Periscope acolyte. Casual Nerd Jason. Periscope has actually helped my Twitter engagement, says Casual Nerd Jason. I get no engagement through Periscope itself, but the video that goes to Twitter is pretty good. That's right. And once again, it reminds people that you exist. And it lets them know that you're live without promoting your live stream. It literally just gives them the content up front, which is something that I love about it. It's something that I love about it. The worst thing to see in your social feeds, and I'm sure you guys can agree with this, the last thing you want to see in your social feeds is, yo guys, I'm live, or yo guys, I posted on Instagram a while ago. Check out the post on Instagram. Nobody likes those off-platform posts. Nobody. But if you live stream to Periscope in addition to your other streams, you're literally giving them the content right there. Like, they don't have to go anywhere else to get the content. It is not an annoying social promotional post. It's literally giving them the content up front. And the more that you can give people the content up front, the more you can give your viewers the content up front, the more trust you can build with them, the more click trust you can build with them, etc. That can help you succeed, okay? You want to build trust with your audience, and one of the best ways to build trust with your audience is to always give them the content. Don't tease the content. Don't tell them the content's coming up soon or whatever. Just give them the freaking content. Right? Does that make sense? I mean, you guys, just think about yourself as a viewer. Would you rather somebody tease a piece of content you have to click to go get? Or would you rather just watch the freaking piece of content? I mean, is this really even a question we have to ask? It's really that simple, guys. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So multi-streaming to Periscope makes a lot of sense. We do it for Digital Drop Podcast. Digital Drop Podcast is a B2B podcast, right? It is a podcast that is a business to business is what B2B means. It doesn't have a huge audience, but I tell you what, we multi-stream to Periscope and we get a bonus like, I don't know, 50,000 views a month off of just adding that avenue to our restream. Why wouldn't you do that? It doesn't make sense not to do that, okay? There you go. Sage Network can confirm they've had people from Periscope and Trovo join you and then switch to Twitch. It's awesome for exposure due to Awall's advice. A case in point, my friends. Case in point. I arrest my case, Your Honor. I don't know why I'm using this, like, not really southern accent. I rest my case, Your Honor. All right, so I've riffed enough. I talk all the time about multi-platform, but it is one of the most important things for anybody to remember, okay? Multi-platform, good. Single platform, bad. Great. Let's talk about other mistakes that creators can make which is, let's talk about revenue mistakes. So many people out there are looking to hit Twitch affiliate. They're looking to hit, you know, Facebook partner program. They're looking to hit whatever it is, right? They're looking to get they're looking to, you know, get into those programs. They think that getting into these partnership programs is good, right? That's the thing that they think is good. And one thing that I want to tell you guys is that those programs, YouTube, you know, Facebook Level Up Creator, Twitch Affiliate, etc., and any other programs similar to that on the internet, those programs are designed to get you to become exclusive to their platform. And it's not just for exclusivity's sake. They're designed to get you exclusive to their platform so that they can take your money. A lot of these live streaming services realize that they're not actually going to make money off of you, or they're probably not going to make money off of your viewership necessarily. But one way they can make money is if they charge you a subscription, or if when they do make money, they do an insane, super unfair revenue share or revenue cut as a result. And so that's one thing that I want you guys to keep in mind, is that these platforms, when they put you in these like lower tier, let's call it partnership programs. Oh, I missed him. When they put you in these lower tier partnership programs, they're actually doing it so they can take 50% of your revenue. So they can take 90% of your revenue. So they can take some absurd percentage of your revenue for themselves. Okay? So the big mistake that I've been talking about recently, and I want to continue to inform you guys about, is whenever you implement revenue opportunities into your business, you want 90% plus of the revenue to go to your pocket and not to go to Jeff Bezos. You want 90% of the revenue to go to your pocket. You don't want it to go to, you know, you don't want it to go to Zuckerberg. You want the money to go to you, and your viewers, when they donate money, want the money to go to you. Viewers, when they support you on Patreon, want the money to go to you. They all want the money to go to you. But a big problem is that a lot of people rely too much on Twitch subscription revenue, Twitch bits, super chats, whatever it is. Facebook right now is taking, I believe, 30% of revenue now. I believe it's not 100% anymore. It used to be 100% for fan subscriptions, but they're going to start taking their cut. And so why are you going to give 30% of your revenue, 50% of your revenue to some company when you could be putting 90% plus of your revenue in your pocket when you do things like Amazon Associates, when you do things like affiliate marketing programs, when you do things like PayPal direct donation or Cash App direct donation or Venmo direct donation, etc. Why are you giving the money to megacorps that don't even pay taxes and they're clearly evil? Well, they're not evil. They're just greedy corporations. Greedy corporations do greedy corporation things. Why are you giving your revenue to them when you so desperately need it to grow your business, to reinvest back into yourself? Creators, stop giving these platforms your money. Bezos doesn't need more money. He just got $76 billion more last quarter. Zuckerberg doesn't need more money. Stop giving them your money and put the money in your pocket by using platforms that give you an extremely favorable revenue share. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. That is another huge mistake that creators are making in thinking, I did it. I earned it. I finally got there. I got there. I got Twitch affiliate. Or I got there. I enabled super chats. I got there. I enabled channel memberships. I finally made it. It's like, yeah, you finally made it to giving 30% of your money to Google. Good job. You didn't make it, man. You could have gotten your audience to give you money via PayPal or via Patreon without that program. But they trick you into thinking that those programs are helping you. Now, let me add this. Before I completely villainize super chats and I completely villainize Twitch subs, and I'm going to get to your comments for those of you that are commenting on this, but before I completely villainize those forms of revenue, what I can say is this, and I just advised a creator last night that was telling me they're making thousands of dollars on Facebook gaming through stars and fan subscriptions, okay? Thousands of dollars per month, which is great. And so I did not advise them to stop receiving that money. Okay? That would be stupid. Of course they should continue to get Facebook stars. Of course they should continue to get fan subscriptions. I don't want you to take away money you're already making. What I want you to do is add on top revenue sources that can pay you more, like 97% or whatever you get from PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, like 90% plus you get on something like Patreon and these other methods, okay, like sponsorships and merchandise and product sales, etc. If you have a choice of which one to do first, doing one that you lose 30 to 50% of your revenue, or you only lose 3 to 10% of your revenue, then your first choice should always be, what? Type it in chat. Okay, type in chat right now. Would you rather make 90% of your revenue, or would you only rather make 50 to 70%? Obviously, if you have a choice up front as a small creator who's not making that much money yet, obviously you want to make the right decision and make 90% plus. But if you're already making decent revenue through Twitch subs or bits or super chats or whatever it is, keep that in place, but then do something like this with your audience. You tell your audience, look, I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me on the stream today. This is me speaking as Joe Creator. I really appreciate all the support you've given me on the stream today. Holy moly, we just got 10 subs today. It's been incredible. But I want you guys to know that when you guys subscribe to me on Twitch, and you just be straight up about the money with your audience. You say, when you subscribe to me on Twitch, Twitch takes 50% of your money that you were trying to give to me. If you guys are interested in having 90% of your money that you're trying to give to me, Patreon is the way to do that. And then you tell them about donations. I really appreciate every donation you guys have given today. I genuinely in my heart, I appreciate it. And you tell them things like, you know, when you guys donate, it's paying for this monitor. And when you guys donate, it's paying for the camera. And when you guys donate, it's paying for everything you see here. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the money you donated. You let them know you appreciate it. And then you say, but just so you know, when you guys donate to me, it's okay to talk to your audience about money. This is something small creators are worried to do. Your audience is okay hearing about the money. They're okay with it. Especially the ones that gave you money. You tell them, look, I appreciate all your donations. I appreciate your super chats. I appreciate your sponsored gifts or whatever it is on that platform. But just so you know, YouTube took 30% of that money. The money you were trying to give to me as a creator, YouTube just took 30% for you to communicate that you appreciate me. So if you do want to donate in the future, and you want all of your money, 97% of your money to go to me, not just 70%, then I have a direct donation option. And you just be straight up about the money with your audience. And you tell them about the direct donation option. And guess what? More people that are watching you will start to use direct donations and Patreon, and you'll start making a greater percentage of the revenue that you earned and that your audience wants to give you. Viewers don't want YouTube to take some of the money. They want to give you all that money. I mean, think about it. If you're just trying to tip a guy who's performing, a street performer, and you drop a $10 bill in their bucket, how ridiculous would it be if somebody came and snatched that sucker out of your hand, was like, before you give that $10 bill to that street performer and you enjoyed his song, I'm going to give you some change. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, here's $5 street performer, and me, middleman, I'm going to take $5. How preposterous would that be? How bad would you feel as a donator if that happened? And how bad would the street performer feel if that happened? Well, guess what? That's what's happening every single time you receive a Twitch sub, a YouTube channel membership, a Facebook fan subscription, a Facebook star, a Twitch bit, and a super chat. It's just snatch. Give me that money, sucker. You okay with that? I don't think so. So as a small creator, that's a big mistake that, you know, over time, if you were getting that higher percentage of the revenue that you earned and your audience wants to give you, then that might be an extra $200. That might be an extra $1,000. You might add it up 3 years from now and you go, oh my God, that was $18,000. I've done these sort of calculations with my coaching clients, and we've added up how much money they gave away with these percentage deals sometimes. And I tell them, I tell them things like, is this worth $50,000 per year to you? And I just tell them the number they lost because I just did a quick calculation on my phone. I'm like, is whatever this is worth $50,000 to you to have this middleman in place? And they go, what do you mean $50,000? I'm like, you're giving them $50,000 a year by having even that small percentage they're taking come out of your revenue. And they go, oh my God. They go, oh my God. Okay? Learn those lessons that the big guys, even the big guys that are making insane revenue, they learn down the road and they go, oh my God, $50,000, huh? And I go, yeah, $50,000. I've had that conversation a dozen times with folks that eventually make it to where you guys want to be, end game. And they did these deals over time, or they relied on all this revenue over time where a middleman was taking a cut from them. And then when you do the math on how much they lost, they're like, oh my God, if I had made a better business decision earlier on. I mean, they're like, I could have bought a house. I'm like, yeah, you could have bought a house. They're like, I could have paid for my kids' college tuition. I'm like, yeah, you could have done that. Okay, so I want that to be a cautionary tale for you. I don't want their loss to be something that you don't learn from, okay? All right, so here's a question from Drew Jordan. Is posting Twitch clips on a Twitter good idea to grow Twitch? So I am behind on comments right now because I go top to bottom. I never want to miss anything, okay, that you guys say in chat. So it is a very good idea to post original video content to Twitter. So as a way to promote your live stream, if you're not going to restream, which is fine, if you don't want to, I recommend it, but if you don't want to, that's cool. Then doing some of your best Twitch clips, looking at your exclusivity window, whatever that may be with Twitch affiliate or whatever, look at that exclusivity window. And if it's 48 hours, then you post those Twitch clips within 48 hours on Twitter. And that's it. And do not put a link to your Twitch in the post. Do not put a link to your Twitch in your tweet that you're sending out to promote your Twitter, to promote your Twitch. Just in the actual video itself, you can start with maybe it being in the corner that this is from Twitch. Maybe you can put a little lower thirds on the video post that says your Twitch URL, but don't put a link to your Twitch in the promotional post, because that will significantly decrease the traction of that post, okay? Put it in the video itself. Do a little overlay at the bottom, something like that. You got to work with the Twitter algorithm to maximize your reach. Don't put the actual link in the actual post, okay? Cool. All right, let's shoot some more people, and I'll keep answering your questions here in chat. These are great creators. Keep the questions coming, creators. I appreciate all of these wonderful, wonderful insights, and you guys also sharing with me the things you're really thinking. That's what coaching is all about. And if you have not already followed me on Twitch, this is your time to do it. These types of coaching streams happen for free every single weekday on Twitch. That's good coffee right there. Okay. You're saying that the stream has got some lag spikes? Is anyone else experiencing lag spikes? Let me know. Let me know if that's just his internet. I'm just checking my stats right now, and it's telling me that I have dropped 0 frames. So tell me if you guys see me dropping frames, but it's 0% drop frames on my side. 0% seems like a pretty good percentage. All right. Awall, my issue is that the list you made is more personalized. You ended up adding games to be more helpful. Okay, got it. So what Wolfcross is talking about, we did an episode of the Digital Drop podcast today where we talked about the best games with the best opportunity to grow on Twitch. And so Wolfcross ended up, somebody who's in chat right here on one of my great community members, ended up doing their own research as a analytics and kind of research driven psycho who's fun. I call you a psycho in the most in the nicest way possible. He's a psycho for doing all this research. Like, he's obsessed with the numbers and research and things like that, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And what he's talking about is how he did his own research on where there are caked in opportunities on Twitch to potentially break through for himself. And today on the Digital Drop podcast, we did an episode talking about the least saturated games versus viewership and stuff like that, to try to help you guys find opportunities on Twitch to grow potentially, right? Where there's a lot of followers for a game, but there isn't necessarily a ton of competition for those yet. Okay, so let me see if I can deploy a mine that attracts enemies and detonates. Ooh, wow, I am totally going to do that. Check out this detonator mine. And so what we did is we actually looked at a tool called Twitch Tracker. And Twitch Tracker ends up actually pulling together those numbers for you. It was all on our podcast today, where it pulls up all the games that have like the most, let me put it like right there. There we go. Ooh, look at that mine, y'all. Where it pulls together the games that have the biggest viewership, but have the least competition. And so what you can do with that information is potentially find games that, you know, you could potentially break through with on Twitch, potentially. Once again, Twitch's algorithm, quote unquote, to grow is virtually non-existent, but doing research doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all to do research, okay? So I'm not going to criticize anyone who's doing research on trying to find opportunities to grow. But here's a mistake that small creators make that I want to highlight in this moment. There are people that do too much research. There was lag earlier, really? It says I have 0 drop frames. Okay, I'm sorry that there was lag. Hopefully it's all fixed now. But there are people that make the mistake of doing too much research and taking very little action as a result. Too much research and not enough action. And that's something that I want you guys to be thinking about. So many people just like enjoy the process of researching, and they aren't actually making any content. They aren't actually testing their theories that are coming up in their research. It looks like my mine blew up and nobody came over here to get me. What the heck? All right, whatever. And so in order to actually find out whether your research is true, whether that game is the next big game for you, or whether that topic is the next big topic, or whatever it may be, you need to actually go make content to find out. You need to actually go make the content to find out. And a lot of folks aren't willing to make the content required to test their theories about whether Apex Legends is going to blow them up. Okay, thanks for letting me know about the lag earlier. I'm glad it's fixed. I need to reset my router today. So instead of just thinking this game might be the next big game for me, why don't you start making content for it and find out literally whether it's the next big game for you? So for example, a lot of small creators out there, I'd say about 1 out of 3 creator coaching calls I do right now as a part of my coaching service, they are telling me Cyberpunk 2077 is the next big game. And that's the game that they're going to cover on their channel to get big. And so I understand being excited about Cyberpunk 2077. I'm also excited about it, okay? But in order to find out whether you can be big for Cyberpunk 2077, you can actually find out today. Did you know that? The game's not even out yet, and you can find out today. And the way you find out is that you create content for Cyberpunk 2077 today. I know that sounds so stupid, but it's so true. So all you have to do, man, is make some videos for Cyberpunk, some hype and anticipation videos, some, you know, what we know so far, or builds we're excited about, or whatever, and you make that content, and then you'll find out whether you have a relatively decent chance of breaking through with that game. You can make the content today, but until you start testing the theory of whether you can break through or whatever, it's not going to work out, right? Until you actually start gathering the data on it, it's not going to work out. So testing and gathering data is everything. Actually that's the great thing about releasing content, small creators. This is one of the huge mistakes I see so many of creators make, is they won't actually take the actions required to test their own theories. They think such and such is going to make them big. Well, then why don't you go make some content for such and such and see if it makes you big? And so a lot of folks are waiting for this like future moment in time when it's going to be perfect and the perfect game's going to come along. The perfect topic's going to come along. Finally, they'll have the time or whatever it is to do whatever they're trying to do. And at the end of the day, that perfect time is probably never going to be here. Probably the perfect time to take action is today, actually. If you have this new fresh idea that you're not seeing a lot of people doing, if you make content about it now, you can potentially break through. That is an opportunity for you to grow. And the longer you don't take action, the further away that opportunity is from becoming a reality and becoming something that benefits you, okay? Okay, this guy is locked down and can't do anything about this dude over here. Let me see if I can nade him. Even if he shoots me when I throw the nade, I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're just gonna nade him. Fire in the hole. Goodbye. That all you got? Okay, let me see if I can walk up top here with this guy and then start shooting some fools. I'm just gonna go like right here and cover the area. Okay, cool. All right. Rig Pig says, when people send me stars, you tell them thank you, I appreciate it, but you would rather have free support like a share and like and tell your friends. Okay, so that's one way of being humble about making money, right? Is to say, look, I appreciate everybody who's given me money, but the folks that are, you know, the folks that are here just watching, that's all the support I need. That's a nice way to be humble, I would say. But obviously that's not true, right? It's not all the support you'd need. It's not even, you know, it's not even a decent percentage of the support you need. What you really need is for people to give you money. It's what you actually need. And so that's a nice, that's a way of being nice about it, I would say. That's a way of being nice about it. But you know, you know, everybody has what they're comfortable with. Everybody has their own personality. But I like to be as straightforward as I can with my viewers, and I like to be as straightforward as I can with my audience and with all of you guys here. And one thing I like to do when I'm straightforward is just tell people about the money and to say, hey, you giving me money, that actually made all the difference here. It made all the difference here. And you guys who donated me, like you can even say like last month, you can even tell your audience what your financial goals are. Did you know it's okay to do that? It's totally fine to tell them what your financial goals are. It's fine to tell them that, look, guys, I feel like I need to make, you know, this much money per month to pay my bills, to support my family or whatever, to have the lifestyle I want. And so, you know, whenever I'm doing these streams, that's actually the goal I need to hit to get my bills paid. It's okay to tell your audience that. They'll actually like you for it. They'll actually like that you're being transparent with them and you're letting them know what the real deal is. They like that. They like having the inside scoop. Do you know how many views these videos get where creators reveal for the first time how much money they make?
Good work, Jack.
Their viewers love to see that stuff because they like to know, they actually like to know how much money they're making. They want to know the real deal on this stuff. And that's fine. Tell them the real deal. Don't hide it. Don't be weird about it. Just be straight up with your viewers about money. The more straight up you are with viewers about money, the more likely it is that they will give you the money that you need. That's one thing that being nervous Nelly, I don't even know what that dude is. What the heck is this dude? Oh my gosh. Look at this. What is this? The weirder you are about money, or the more coy you are about money, the less likely people are to give you money. Okay? It's the same thing in like sales and anything else in life. Like if any of you guys have ever done sales before, one thing that you'll know in sales is in business development, anytime you're trying to do a business deal, basically anytime you're trying to make money, is anytime you can just be straight up with the client or the potential client and just tell them what you want in the business deal, the more likely it is that the business deal will get done and that you'll benefit from it, right? And so if you're coy, like imagine doing a business deal with somebody and they're saying something like, you know, you're like wondering what they want in the business deal, and you're saying, they're like, okay, so what do you want to do here? Like, what do you, how do you want to collaborate? How are our companies going to come together? Or how are we going to get together on this business deal? And the person on the other side is like, I don't know. I just really appreciate that you're talking to me. Does that sound like a way to get a business deal done? Does that sound like a way to like get people to give you money or to do business with you? If they're like, you know, I just, you know, the conversation's been nice. No, tell the other person what you want. Tell the other person what you want, man. Tell them what you want. It's okay. You don't have to be weird about it. Just tell them what you want. Tell your viewers what you want. Put the actual goal of how much money you need to make on your freaking stream overlay or whatever. Just let them know. It's okay. Tell them. Be straight up about it. And then if you're falling short for that month and like you're concerned that you're not going to make enough money for that month, tell the audience. I'm concerned that, you know, tell them something like, you know, look, the month is almost out. You know, one of the things I had as a goal for this month, I was looking to buy, you know, this month, one of my goals I had as a streamer, as you guys know, you guys have complained for so much time about how my microphone is not good enough or how whatever is the case. And you tell them, look, I'm trying to hit this financial goal. And if you guys can help me hit the financial goal, I'll finally be able to get that mixer or that microphone or whatever you guys are, you know, and then you guys will be able to, as a donator, you will be able to see the results right here in my studio of how your money goes to work to make the broadcast better. That is something that is real. That is something that viewers can understand. And the more you can make, you know, money, something relatable to your audience and something that they can understand, the better. Right? Nobody can argue with that, right? Okay. Yeah, it's the Spice Girl strategy. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. That is such a dated reference. And really, I should be berated for even humoring you with that one. Tell them what you want, what you really, really want. All right, Casual Nerd Jason says, science time. There is a satisfaction loop that triggers you when you watch and learn how to do something. It's addictive and dangerous to new creators like you. That's fair. So you guys who came to this stream have discovered me on other platforms. You came here. What? How did I miss him? He was right in front of me. What? How did he get even closer? Oh, thank goodness.
Hey, got one, baby.
All right. Good to see you, Senior Chocolate Chip. You found my YouTube channel and came here. Thank you for that. Awesome. I'm glad you came over here from YouTube. I am making YouTube videos, as you are aware, with the intention of attracting more viewers. So, thank you. I want more people to come to my streams. I want more people to sign up for my coaching services. See, I'm not afraid to tell you guys how I'm making money, right? People pay me money for one-on-one coaching services. They pay me $150 per hour for that service. I'm not going to be weird about it and be like, oh, well, I appreciate your support and blah, blah, blah. Like, people go to awalldigital.com, my website, and they pay me $150 per hour for me to coach them on how to be more successful as a creator. I'm okay telling you that. It's on my website. I'm not being weird about money. I'm not begging you for money when I do it. I'm just being straight up with you guys, my audience, about it. And it's okay. Your audience, were you weirded out when I said that? Probably not. And so your audience isn't, small creators, your audience isn't going to be weirded out when you tell them very basic things about money. Because guess what? If there's anything that people can relate to across the board, it's needing money to pay things, or maybe not having enough money to pay for things, etc. Right? Right? Right.
All right, emulsion's in that fort. Let's blow it into next week.
All right, cool. All right, so Casual Nerd Jason asks the question. It's a question related to algorithm hacking, of course. The question from Casual Nerd Jason is, does receiving Facebook stars boost you in the Facebook algorithm? I'd imagine it does, because Facebook is smart and money generates blah, 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 blah. So I've actually got, I've got news for you. And I've tested this. So I've tested only with small amounts of stars, and feel free to do your own testing. But what I did, sorry, I just was checking on what that crazy boss just did there and got distracted. Oh, I got him. Oh, but he didn't die. Uh-oh. Okay, he always, by the way, those little bugs will blow you up. So I tested on Facebook donating small amounts of stars. And I tested it with Andrew Perrin. I donated to him like, I don't know, 10 different times, small amount of stars, just back to back to back to back to back, just to see if it impacted traction in the algorithm and if it boosted his viewers. There was no noticeable increase. However, I have not tested whether donating a larger amount of stars does have an impact on the Facebook algorithm. To my knowledge, based on my knowledge of the Facebook gaming algorithm, it wouldn't have an impact. Now, it's hard to say because yes, your basic premise is fairly sound, right? Companies like Facebook and YouTube and Twitch are obviously trying to make as much money as possible. So following that logic train to its conclusion, it would make sense that Facebook and YouTube, platforms that actually have algorithms, would reward channels that are making more money with more viewers because as a platform, they make more money from more viewers, right? Makes sense. But one thing that I have not seen evidence that that's actually the case. So until I can see real empirical evidence that that's the case, then I'm not going to say that it is. So it's possible that the system can be gamed on Facebook gaming.
Let's get this done.
It's possible, but I'm not positive. It's possible, but I'm not positive. So I would recommend if any of you guys out there are experimenters and are looking to break these platforms and kind of see how they really work or whatever, feel free to go on Facebook gaming and to one of your friends, just donate a lot of money to them, or to a random streamer you like, donate a lot of relatively decent amount of money to them. If you have the money to do this sort of experiment, feel free to do so. I would encourage you to do so and donate money and see if it somehow increases viewership. If you did it with somebody you're kind of collaborating with or something like that, that would help because then you guys could measure the results together. Okay, so that would be one factor to consider there. Not positive that that system can be gamed. Okay, not positive. And if it can be gamed, it probably won't be able to be gamed for a long time because companies like, let me see if I can shoot this dude. I can shoot this dude from here, so I'm going to do it. So companies like Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that, when they find out that their platform can be gamed and that the algorithm can be gamed, then they end up obviously fixing that or banning people that end up using those systems accordingly. Give me one moment. This is somebody here to turn on my heater, and it is very cold outside. Give me one moment. Sweet. It is cold outside where I'm at. And that's the guy who's coming here to turn on the gas for my heater. I've got a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old at home. So I'm definitely going to be answering the door when that man arrives. Okay, so heads up on that. Ooh, look, I can bounce the nade off the wall and hit this dude. Look at this. Look at this nade bounce. Ooh, right on top of this guy. Look at this. Bouncing the nade and kerblooey. He was not happy about that. So anyway, I'm going to need to go here in about 10 minutes to obviously turn the heat on in my house. I got kids. But anyway, what I don't recommend is gaming the system on any social media platform. You can test to see if it could be gamed, but I don't recommend gaming it for an extended period of time. And the reason why, of course, is once these platforms find out that the system can be gamed, and once they figure out that it's something that people are abusing, they're going to look for people that abuse those systems and then make examples out of them. And the question is, do you want to be somebody who's made an example out of on Facebook? because being made an example out of is probably getting a permanent ban from the platform across any account you create in the future. That is obviously a horrible outcome. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible outcome. You do not want that outcome. So I recommend staying away from gaming the system on YouTube, whether it's comment spamming, whether it's, you know, Facebook star juicing or whatever it may be. I would recommend just being super duper extra careful with gaming the system, because gaming the system almost never pays off. It almost never pays off. Like, there are short-term gains to be made sometimes, and sometimes people get away with it, but almost always people end up getting caught. He did not get attracted by that little bomb. He's too smart. My little bomb was not attractive enough for him. I was hoping oh, his buddy went in there though. He's like, yay, I want to get blown up by the bomb. Oh, oh, that was good. That was good. I liked it. That was good. Rig Pig says, just got off a coaching call with Awall today and it really helped you amazingly because you were in a rut, and he suggested how you can improve your content. Seriously brilliant. Can't recommend it enough. Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Rig Pig. Just so that people know that is not a fake comment. That one really happened. It's right here. It was a real recommendation from Rig Pig. Here it is. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And for anybody else who's looking to book me for one-on-one coaching, it's kind of what I do. I'm kind of the most experienced at it in the entire world, coaching creators one-on-one. So if you're interested, what you can do is just go to awalldigital.com, which is this website, and you just literally scroll down, hit schedule, and you can schedule a one-on-one call with me, or you can just go, look, I'm out of times this month, but next month I have some times available. You select your day, you select your time, you enter your information, and boom, there it is. You're on a one-on-one video call with me. I'm advising you, whether you're a creator or you're doing marketing in general, or you need help with OBS, whatever. Cool. Let's answer a few more remaining questions, and then the furnace guy is going to be here, and I need to get heat in this house. Did I test donating stars across different accounts? Unique donors could boost you. That's a good point, Casual Near Jason. I did not test that. I only tested donating stars from my account. And once you start going down the road of creating 10 different Facebook accounts to donate to somebody, to blah, 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 you do start to go down the rabbit hole of gaming the system. And like I mentioned earlier, gaming the system is super, super, super dangerous. It's super dangerous. And also, if you start gaming the system and you become dependent on it for growth, you end up not stopping when you should stop. So I've talked to creators that have done like comment spam on YouTube as a way to gain subscribers, and it worked for them. They went from like 0 to 20,000 subscribers or something by posting funny comments on trending videos and doing this gaming the system strategy. And they showed it to me and they're like, hey, Wall, what do you think? I was like, I think this is garbage and you're going to get banned. And so they immediately stopped. And luckily for them, they did when they stopped when they did, because YouTube then did a purge of comment spammers. And if they had been active during that time, it's possible that they would have lost hundreds of hours of work and their entire YouTube career in an instant gaming the system. So just be wary about that. Small creators, another huge mistake small creators make. That's the theme of this stream, right? Another huge mistake small creators make is paying for followers, paying for engagement, botting viewers on Twitch, comment spam tools, auto replies, things like that, where you get easy growth for one very low price. Anything that looks easy and it looks like you're gaming the system is putting your entire online business at risk, and your relationship with a mega platform potentially at risk, which is something that you do not want to take that risk longer term, because you're going to need YouTube long term. You're going to need Twitch long term. You're going to probably need Facebook long term. You're going to need these platforms to juice out some of the viewership that's there or some of the revenue that's there. And by burning that bridge through gaming the system, you could be significantly hurting your career in the longer term. I want to thank you all so much for watching today's live stream. Only thing I'm going to ask you to do, if you watch live, is tell one creator about this stream. Just tell one creator. That's it. I don't ask for money on these. Just tell one creator. Send them the link to my Twitch and say, look, this guy spit and fire content every weekday. Come ask him questions. It's completely free. tell one creator about me. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow. And try to avoid some of the mistakes I detailed today. It'll pay off long term. Adios.